residents of Daggerfall. Stay indoors tonight for your own safety. The Watch is looking into a series of murders, and they don't want you to be the next victim.
Just a small donation. I just need a coin or two.
My horse. Jairon.
Denis. Ta.
You are...
I brew fragrant.
Ready.
Lift with the legs, always the legs.
You get all the luck.
appreciate your vigilance, but the Argonians in the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrub down the barricade. Dismissed.
Welcome. What brings you to the Grey Mire? Then you're a wandering soul, much like our tribe was? Without the gracious Wood Elves, we would still roam Tamriel in search of a new home. Once the Dominion understand the depth to our gratitude, I'm certain they'll remove the barricades. Please, ask me anything. The Dominion capital is the Wood Elf city of Elden Root. The bulk of its armies are Wood Elf soldiers. I see no difference between the Dominion and our Wood Elf benefactors. The tribe's leadership will soon meet to discuss this matter. Some fear the Dominion plan to enslave us, as the Dark Elves once did. I hope to put this absurdity to rest. You're welcome to attend the meeting, Wanderer. We have nothing to hide. We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact formed, we refused to fight beside our former captors. They called us traitors and banished us from our lands. We roamed Tamriel for years, and only stopped when we reached Grotwood. We asked the Wood Elves here for temporary shelter. Instead, they gave us the Grey Mire. All they asked was that we work the land and set aside some of our fish. For this, we must always be grateful. In Black Marsh, I was a tree minder. I tended the Hist, the great trees of our people. Here, I will become a spinner, to speak with the trees of Grotwood. I will lead my people to Ifra, the Wood Elf god of the forest. We've always thought that without the Hist, there can be no hatchlings. But with Ifra's guidance, I will find a way. Think of it. Argonians native to Grotwood, to our new way of life. Proud citizens of the Dominion which Queen Irene hopes to build. We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact...
Feels like there's a cloud hanging over the village. I don't like that. Not at all. It's bad for life, you see. Inside and outside. Who can say what will happen from here? Who can know such...
What do you need?
What's going on? I'm up. I'm awake. I was dreaming of speckled fish. Now I'm hungry and wet. Explain yourself. Despite what you may have heard, a bucket of water to the face isn't a traditional Argonian greeting. But I'm not one to stand on ceremony. What's on your mind? As long as I can raise my guar and sleep in the shade, I don't care who rules this land. We want to live in peace, as a free people. If the Dominion supports us, then I support the Dominion. I'd find somewhere else to sleep in the shade. Some of the rough skins in this village might not see it the same way. I wouldn't go throwing buckets of water on them. You might lose a finger. The meeting. I nearly slept through it. Udate wants to discuss the grumbling about the barricades. You should come. See how we govern ourselves. I've roamed from one end of Tamriel to the other, handling vicious beasts along the way. In all that time, I've never lost a finger. But the moment I call myself Lost No Fingers, a Gwar will tear off my arm. When my tribe left the Black Marsh, we brought along our native wildlife. None wanted the job, so I took charge. I prefer beasts to people. More pragmatic, less complicated, and you always know when one plans to eat you. It doesn't, but when you're the one who keeps the Wamasu calm, nobody gets on your bad side. Ha! I had you. The tribe sees one who remains calm in the face of danger, and with this comes respect. Simple as that.
Begone, outsider. You have no place here. I speak with warriors, not spoiled eggs. Your words are drenched in honey. How far do you stick your tongue up the beehive? Very well. Ask your questions. I hunt and I fish. I do it better than the rest. The others respect my strength. This tribe has forgotten how to survive. You want to know my role? I remind them what we left behind. No matter how far this tribe wanders, they will always bathe elven boots with their tongues. Dark elves, high elves, a Nord with pointed ears would do. But some of us fought our slave masters. When they forget, I remind them. By Dominion, you mean Queen Irene. She's like any dark elf matron, but her lash is an army of Falmor lackeys. The Wood Elves and Khajiit are the worst kind of slaves. They'll pave her road to victory with their own blood, and thank her for the privilege. Enough questions. Utate called a meeting to discuss the barricades. If you're so eager to learn my thoughts, you should attend.
Thank you for coming, all of you. We have all heard the grumblings, but if this is to be our home, we must end this talk of defying the Dominion.
You tail-lifting fool! Do we ignore the slave pen they built around us? This wood elf god you follow corrupts your mind.
If Frick can give us hatchlings, Slimjaw, peace with the Dominion is our only chance of survival.
While you whisper to trees, the Dominion measures our wrists for manacles. I cannot allow this.
Slimjaw, what are you saying?
Utate, you turn our people away from the Hist. I sanction you for your heresy.
Slimjaw,
Hail
no!
Sithis!
Come, do your training here.
I knew of Slimjaw's anger, but to murder Utate... madness. Didn't you hear her? She leapt crest first from the cliffs of madness. The anger has burned a hole through her good sense. Killing Utate must be part of a larger plan. Slimjaw was once a shadow scale, a holy assassin feared throughout Black Marsh. To sanction Utate as she did was a signal. Her hunters will lie in wait for whatever comes next. They'll fight to the death, so we need to fight harder. If one Dominion soldier dies at the hands of these fools, my entire tribe will pay for it. So yes, we need to kill them, if it isn't too much trouble. But have no fear. Comes when called can help you track them down. That tiny Gwar sniffing at your ankle. Don't worry, it means he likes you. Sweep the beach camps for Slimjaw's hunters. I'll round up a few trusted friends and check the forest camps. We'll meet at the old sea cave west of the Grey Mire. We should hurry. If any of Slimjaw's hunters attack Dominions...
Sated and ready to take on the world, huh?
You're still breathing. Good. Breathing is good. Slimjaw is deeper in the sea cave. She's trying to gain control of Mother Lightning. If she manages this, the Dominion soldiers won't stand a chance. The giant lizards with lightning in their teeth are Wamasu. Mother Lightning laid their eggs and nurtured them to hatching. Everything about her is twice their size. It pains me to say, but you'll need to put her down when you kill Slimjaw. I was once a Shadow Scale, just like Slimjaw. For me to kill her without sanction would be true heresy. I've lived my life without angering the Night Mother, and I'd rather not start now. But my friend Eagerteeth has no such restriction. Yes, The one chewing on that hunter's spine. She's a feisty one. I'll return to the village and chase away the Wamasu. If they sense Mother Lightning is in danger, they might stampede through the gray mire. Good luck, friend, but with Eager Teeth by your side.
Split up!
back. You stopped Slimjaw then. Oh no. Eagerteeth didn't survive, did she? I see. You'll be missed, Eagerteeth. But this is no time to mourn. Officer Parwinell grows impatient with our tribe. Perhaps if you were to calm the waters, she would leave us be. None of the others will speak with her. They fear she'll find out about the fighting. So they cling to silence and hope I make it all go away. But I'm a terrible liar. There's no way I could disguise Utete and Slimjaw's absence. I don't want the tribe forced out of its home. These people, my people, they found hope in the Grey Maya. I don't want it wrenched away from them due to Slimjaw's foolish actions. If I may ask, what will you tell her? As you should. I just hope what you think is right is what's best.
Now just calm down. I haven't made any decisions yet.
This is it. The Dominion plan to drive us out of Grotwood.
My scouts reported sounds of battle along the beaches. This forces my hand. If I can't explain this immediately, my superiors will hear about this and assume the worst. I need you to tell me what's going on in the Grey Maya. I don't see any hunters here now, nor have I seen Utate or Slimjaw. None of the guards saw anyone trying to head out of town, so where are they? I see. When they return, I want to speak with them, but for now, I won't need them for my report. About what we spoke of earlier, you're sure the Dominion has nothing to fear from these people? Then that's all I need for my report. My superiors won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll get used to the idea eventually. Thank you for seeing the truth of the matter. I hope to have those wretched wooden barricades down within the month. Argonians of the Grey Maya, as long as this tribe pledges itself to the Dominion, you will always have a home in Grotwood.
If it means we belong, we'll pledge. Right, Shatuna?
Yes, praise the divines. Whatever allows us to stay.
I'm glad you're all so excited. Please, if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
Good to get stocked up.
Brackenleaf Spryers built this shrine as tribute to the animals of Grotwood. We're hunters who seek balance in all things. Most of us are wood elves native to Grotwood, but any who wish to learn the ways of the forest can undertake our trials and join our ranks, assuming they survive. Within Brackenleaf's forest, just outside of Haven, bordered by the long coast, our leader's name is Glarus. If you choose to seek her out, do yourself a favor. Be respectful, and she'll do the same for you.
Let's ride!
You there, halt! There's great danger ahead. South Point is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety. The citizens of South Point are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alonthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
I'm looking for work. Know anyone who needs a hauler? I'm real good at breaking down tents, packing them up, and hauling them where they need to be unpacked and pitched. And don't say carnival. I'm done with carnivals. I was working in a carnival near Eldenroot. It wasn't a bad job, but the owner, Sarandel, doesn't know what she's doing. We came all the way from the Somerset Isles, and now the performers can't put on their act. I don't know the details. Look, Sarandel can tell you herself. Me? I'm done with that operation.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly. I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament. I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories? You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Elden Root. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect. Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up. Ask what you will. I don't care to speculate. I can only act upon what I know. It's apparent that the townsfolk have caused harm to themselves and others within South Point. Yes, it seems they've all gone mad. But until I know for certain, all I can do is hope to contain it. Strange reports arrived in Elden Root a week ago. Little things, people acting oddly. But when a South Point guard delivered his own severed tongue to the Altmer embassy, someone noticed. If we weren't spread so thin, we'd have been here earlier. General Endari pulled her entire company from the Haven and left for parts unknown. In her absence, we filled the gaps.
Did someone call my name? Did Captain Alonthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one? Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through South Point like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power. No, it's... Wait, yes, that's it exactly. The Daedric Prince of Madness himself, here in South Point. It's all rather... I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. But I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going. Of course, you need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing. I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you?
I have many fine goods.
Useful. Hold on to that.
The streets are dangerous. We should check the homes, be neighborly, see if those inside know where the scouts are. No scout. And I do hope that smell came out of an animal.
South Point was such a grimy place. The new mayor is really cleaning things up, don't you agree? Dominion? South Point is no longer part of the Dominion. The mayor decreed it. If Dominion scouts marched their muddy boots onto our streets, we'd truss them all up. Killing? Oh, do you mean the cleaning brigades? Don't you worry about them. They're simply doing what they must to make South Point sparkle. Oh no, I can't leave my home until it's entirely clean. Besides, the mayor said none of us can leave, and we all know what happens when we don't listen to the mayor. You're trussed up or you're thrown in the catacombs. Either way, you deserve it for disobeying the mayor. He's a just man, a righteous man. We should heed his words, every one of them.
No scouts here, just my neighbor. Although this is certainly an interesting arrangement.
It's not time yet. The mayor said you can't eat me until dinner. Praise Arcay. This entire town has gone mad. We should have informed Captain Elonthor immediately, but I insisted we press on. If we'd fallen back, maybe my scouts would still be themselves. The mad people brought us to their mayor. I don't know how he did it, but he turned my scouts into bears. Bears! I thought he'd do the same to me, but he changed his mind. Said the town folk should have me for dinner. He locked himself in that big cathedral, saw the doors flare up briefly, glowing as bright as the sky, and then it faded. Magic keeps them shut, I'm sure of it. I've had enough of this place. Please untie me. I need to warn Captain Elonthor. I'm getting out of here. I recommend you do the same.
This mayor seems a charming fellow. We should decide what must be done about him. Soldiers turned into bears, people setting themselves on fire, and now a mad mayor locked in a cathedral. I know I should be horrified, but it all sounds so exciting. Oh, I suppose I can reverse the effects of the mayor's magic. After many, many years of honing my craft, this should be a simple matter. But if we're hunting bears, I'll need you to be the bait. I'm an old woman, and such magic requires precision. Wrestling with bears impedes precision. Slap them about their faces, throw sticks at them, call them harsh names, however you must. Keep their attention while I do the complex part. I have an old scroll tucked away in my basement laboratory. If we have it in hand, it won't matter how tightly he's locked that cathedral door. But first, we should rid South Point of its bear problem. Shall we? Bears Libra. Smash it in the head! Keep it away from me!
Thank you. I can leave this nightmare.
better than me.
Keep that bear away from me.
Fine.
The town is broken. Flee while you can.
That wasn't so difficult, was it? Now let's head to my laboratory. We'll need that scroll to get into the cathedral. No use! How the hell the lightning will destroy you! We won't make it inside my laboratory unless we stop the lightning. If someone conjured this storm, they do it from somewhere they could see everything in South Point. There's an old Colovian tower nearby. It's the highest point in the town, aside from the cathedral.
That's it! Have some lightning! I have plenty to go around! You get the lightning! Now you get the lightning! What are you doing here? I don't know you. So what if I am? They called me an angry drunk, said I'd never amount to anything. But now I have the lightning, and I'll give it to anyone who makes me mad. Shut your mouth and walk away, or you'll get the lightning, just like all the others. I don't need to listen to this. I'll show you, like I did them. Nobody pushes Rufinus around! Think you can talk down to me? I'll roast you on a lightning spit. Your lungs will fry so fast they pop like kernels in a skillet. I'll make your eyes burst out of your face. You aren't better than me! What are you talking about? You're right. You're absolutely right. I pushed everyone away, and then hated them for leaving me behind. Thank you for helping me realize I'm the source of my own problems.
I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. You should head to my laboratory. Now that the storm's clearing and all. Yes, it's on my desk. Yes, over there. Do you see it? Let's head to the cathedral. We're the last people the mayor will expect.
Good eye.
Wait, I recognize him. Let me see if I can talk some sense into him.
Who's there? How did you get in? Go. I want to be alone.
Don't you recognize me, Mayor Olis?
Dareneth. Thank the Divines. Sheogorath did this, all of it. He used me.
And how exactly did he use you?
He promised me power, the respect I deserve. But then he cursed my tongue with madness and let me make a mess of this town.
You're so pitiful, even for a mortal.
What?
You heard me! Oh, I've always wanted to meet a person within a person. Tell me, what's it like?
I'm so sorry, Sheogorath. I thought you'd abandoned me.
Owlie, I left you a tongue that drives people mad. But I suppose if you don't want my gift, I can take it from your mouth and give it to my new favorite mortal friend.
No. Think of all I've built here. The wonderful screams I've created, all in your name. Doesn't that make me your favorite?
Oh, very well. Sorry, my second favorite mortal friend. We had a good run, but it's time for your curtain call.
Good. You're finally coming out of it. We should reintroduce ourselves. I don't remember how I came to be here in the cell. When I woke, you were just standing there, foaming at the mouth. Count yourself lucky that Sheogorath had no desire to treat you like a puppet, unlike myself. I was in Eldenroot when I heard some of the strange rumors coming from South Point. When I returned here, I recognized the signs. But when I arrived at my laboratory, Sheogorath was already there, dancing. Then I was dancing. After that, it all went dark. I saw and heard everything we did, but I couldn't affect a thing. It was a waking nightmare. My own mind, a prison. I expected him to kill us both, but we're here, aren't we? Best not to think of it. Applying logic to the mad god is unwise. Mayor Olis happened. He's always blamed others for his own shortcomings, but I never realized he'd been touched by Sheogorath. The only way the madness will end is with his death. He has the power to remake South Point in his image, to the Mad God's delight. Where Mayor Arliss goes, Sheogorath won't be far behind. I see no other way. Unless you convince Sheogorath to take him back to Oblivion, but arguing with the Mad God is folly. I don't see how. Those bars are thicker than sword blades. We aren't going anywhere. It seems Sheogorath made a few changes to these catacombs. There were never any prison cells below the cathedral. I already tried. It seems Mayor Arliss found my magic somehow. I'd say it's maddening, but less so than having a Daedric prince steer you around like a carriage. When they come for us, we can try to fight our way out. If they come for us.
Such despair! Woo-hoo! Richer than a cheese sorbet! Well, if it isn't me old friend Huntsforbucks. No, don't look so glum, or the skeevers'll notice. Then, well, they hit you up for spare gold, a few shin bones, your best pair of cheese-filled slippers. Insufferable beasts. They can't hold a conversation. Mayor Owlus is a curd in the soup. A real fly in the way, don't you say? Made a mess of me gift. The kind from the wrong end of a dog. I tried to encourage him. Even brought him a hero to destroy. But he couldn't go through with it. Can you imagine? I led you right here to make it all boring again. And what did he do to stop you? Nothing. There I stood, in my best old lady suit, and he said it was all my fault. He just needs motivation. What better than an escaped prisoner seeking vengeance? Could you kill someone you love? I can't. Well, I have. But not Mayor Arliss. It would be too pedestrian. No. I want you to try killing. I want him to reach deep down, below all the marmalade and crushing failures defining his life, to find a seed of confidence and grow it into a tree of gumption he'll use to beat your brains to paste. But if not, any brain paste will do. Even his. Deal. Oh, and one more thing. Dareneth stays behind. If you bore me too much, I'd turn her into a goose, roast her, and feed her to you covered in fine Adar glaze. The goose, I mean. It's a mite bit chilly for my Adar pants. And make it entertaining, would you? After spending so much time in this town, I finally know where the Colovians keep their fur hats.
This is your chance to fix this mess. Go, deal with the mayor. If South Point bores him, Sheogorath will leave.
All ready aboard! Here. The tiny ones are all
Just kill me, you crazy freak. Wait, you're not him. You aren't dancing. Who are you? I did? I had had a few drinks, and then I must have blacked out. Woke up here a while ago, tried to sleep, but I kept dreaming of the same man. Wouldn't stop dancing. Can't sleep, or the man dances. I don't want to dance with him. I'm coming with you. Good. Still have a bit of lightning inside me. I'll help you get to him, so we can bash his face in.
my new favorite partner! But mostly hate the blood!
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Split up! Take it off!
On your soul, endless light shall make you whole.
Drink is out! My boredom washed it away. Really got in the cracks there.
That was the man, dancing in my dreams.
Do you have to lumber about like that? Show some... Show some
Move now!
Isn't my ear bleeding? Everything seems right. This can't be good.
This just isn't... I can never decide between choice and free will. Which will triumph in the end? But why not settle the matter for me? Or you could yank a lever, but that's hardly fun for either of us. I just told you, choice and free will are subjects I hold quite dear. So, you could fight a very good friend of mine, or you could pull another lever. Your choice. Oh, all right, but do it with gusto. Remember, with gusto. A big, steaming pile of it.
You weren't keeping score, were you? Meaning that...
He knows what he's done! We can't let it tell a mad boss!
Gusto, with a smidge of herb, 3 jots brio, the essentials for a moxie fondue. Fondue. What was I saying?
My head is so dizzy. I'm all right. I'm all right.
What do you mean, coming to kill me?
It's a gift, a chance to shine. To prove you have some backbone that won't snap at the lightest touch. Really, Howley, I'm quite fond of you. Ooh, fond of. What was I saying?
That you're fond of me. That you don't want to watch me die.
Watch you die horribly. All alone. And laughing my head off when it happens. Oh, that doesn't sound like me, does it? But I'm sure you can work the matter out for yourself.
Please, don't do this. Maybe we can work something out. It's not fair. I never wanted this, any of this. Now I'm to die for it. But you're reasonable, aren't you? We can talk about this. Work something out. You do have a choice. Not like me. Sheogorath listened to me. Said he would take me down a golden path. Nobody in South Point ever respected me or gave me a chance to prove who I could truly be. What choice did I have but to make them all see who I really am? My family ruled South Point for generations. But after we lost everything, where was my birthright then? They wouldn't bow to me as they should, so now I've made them bow. It's the burden a true leader must bear. I shouldn't have to die for it. Wait, that's it. I'll go away with him, if he'll have me. Just let me try to convince him. Besides, there's not much of South Point left. It's a bit used up, don't you think? Sheogorath, I've been thinking. South Point can't truly appreciate your gift. But if you brought me to the Shivering Isles, I'd fit right in.
You want to go where you like all the others? Where you can be a shank of bacon in a house built of bacon shanks?
No, I mean, think of how I could use your gift in a place that truly understood me.
Well, I suppose you'll make a fine addition to the garden. Very well. The killing's off. I couldn't bring you to my home with more holes in you than when we first met. Just not proper.
Thank you, Sheogorath. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see my new home.
I've sent you ahead. I need a moment to speak with my second favorite mortal. Don't mind the grummites. They always smell that way. Choice wins again. Really tugs at the heartstrings. Careful with those. Yank too hard and the blood goes everywhere but up. I really do admire this town. Shame I can't take it with me. Oh, but can't I? I know just where to put it. We did we? Huh. Well, I suppose you're right. Owlie and I can always visit. Perhaps during hurricane season. That'd be delightful. Don't be a stranger.
thought I'd be yapping here for eternity. Blasted wormies only have eyes for the empty ones. Very well. Tie me to your belt and we can get started. No time to lose. How can you breathe? You just do without thinking much about it. It's the same with me in talking. Or worm cultists digging up old bones. Didn't ask if they belonged to anyone, did they? The wormies just started making skeletons. Yes! Pieces of me are all over the place. It's rather disconcerting. I'm probably not the first skeleton you've had to reassemble, and I doubt I'll be the last. But once I'm walking again, we can figure out what the wormies want with the bone orchard. Deal? Ah, quite the view from up here, eh? I'm at the landscape. Don't get any ideas. All right, let's find the rest of me. Try searching the wormy camps or knocking some skeletons around until my bits fall out. Efficient little nitwits. Could be part of me in every skeleton here. That tickles! My pelvis is filthy! What did the wormies do? Use it as a shovel?
Need something.
Last one! Quickly now! Drop my pieces on the ground and I'll put myself back together! You have no idea how good this feels. To be whole again. And walk with my own 2 legs. To have legs at all! Next? Oh, you mean the wormies! Can't leave them here, digging up bones that dig up bones? No idea! That's why we'll need to investigate, yes? That's the thing for us. Investigations all around! Their biggest dig site is nearby. Hard to miss it, really. Unless you're one to miss a hole in the ground. Charging off like filled and near blood drunk, eh? Don't expect me to lend a hand. Perhaps a rib will do? Point it at any wormy skeleton and I'll have it fighting at your side. No, it's no trouble. You can thank me later. Onward to the dig site.
You could craft something nice with that. I always find myself in a better mood after a meal.
Careful there. Look out!
Gora dear! Gora dear, what have they done?
What does it look like? They dug up my barrow.
What? Why?
Wouldn't stop asking about the roots.
Roots? Why would they care about the... Oh, no.
Told them they were asking for trouble. But did they listen? Went right to the barrow bar. Idiots.
Hey, friend. Listen, we have a problem. The wormies must be here for what's under the barrow bow. With enough of the little skeletons, they'll be able to dig up the big ones. I knew I shouldn't have said anything to that Ithruin fellow. The wormy leader told him he'd have no use for the big bones in the ground with the barrow bow to keep them sleeping. But if he digs up the barrow bow's roots, he'll kill it. Then he can build giant wormy skeletons to stomp around. There are others like Goradir sleeping beneath the barrow bow. If they knew what the wormies wanted, they'd help. But we can't get there without Spinner Amariel's help, and she's not too happy with me. She's up on the ridge overlooking the bone orchard. Maybe I shouldn't go with you. No, that's silly. I'm sure she'll be happy to see me. But just to be prudent, I'll let you do the talking.
Building up a staff. Good thinking.
What are you doing in my clothes? Now join the audience.
This looks nice and inviting. You...
Tread carefully. An army is massing under our feet. I don't know how this happened. Somehow the Covenant has managed to fill this ruin with troops, and more seem to be arriving as if out of thin air. It must be magic. No other explanation. This is the only entrance or exit to the ruin. The Red Guards must be using a portal to enter the ruin. They probably thought they could avoid detection until they had a force big enough to attack. If there's a portal, and I'll eat my armor if there isn't, we need to seal it before reinforcements arrive. A lone scout will have an easier time than a full force. We don't have the numbers to face them head-on anyway. I appreciate it. Take this wand and use it to disrupt the portal. Be careful, though. Don't try to fight everybody. It'll be a waste if you die before closing that portal.
Skill issue.
Hey, stay with me!
Wasting time is an important part of life.
Go around!
Any luck? Did you find the source of the invaders? Excellent. To be honest, I wasn't sure you would return at all. This is a favorable turn. Now we can secure this area and ensure it is not a weak link in our defense of the region. You have my gratitude.
We hiked all the way out here for this. I guess it's not so bad.
Ground yourself.
At last, I'm free.
Easy.
Free at last.
From the sides!
I'm free, thanks to you.
plenty you can do with that. Let's see. Wait up.
Rested and ready for anything. Careful. Not sure what we're up against here.
This is a great area for harvesting. Let's hit the trail.
Spinner Amariel, we need your help. It's an emergency.
Dringoth, who put you back together? Are you to blame for these worm cultists?
Not at all. Well, not exactly. I'll let my friend fill you in.
Why did you let Dringoth talk you into this? Do you know how much trouble he's brought to the Bone Orchard?
My apologies. His very presence wears at my manners. What do you need?
Yes, their leader threw and made vague threats about me remaining inside. He's attempting to raise the old bones beneath the Barrow, but there's no way he'll do that before Eldenroot sends a patrol, so I'm staying put. Dug up? But that would take weeks. How do they manage? Why? Those old bones are useless to them. The Barrow shields them from necromancy. But if they can dig up the Barrow's roots... Oh no. They plan to turn the old bones into an army! Here. This is Niranon's horn. Head beneath the Barrow and sound the horn before the gate. It's the only way inside, unless you want to help the worm cult with their digging. And don't let Dringoth sneak off with that horn.
No remorse!
They're already inside. If we're lucky, they haven't made it to the heart of the barrow bow.
That's got it!
Who disturbs the heart of the barrow bow?
Niranon, enough with the theatrics! You need to let us in!
Dringle, what are you doing here? Who is with you? And why are there intruders in the roots of the barrow bow? Dringle, what have you done?
Nothing, I'm trying to help!
Once again you bring us suffering. Banishment is too good for you this time.
Dringoff, what have you done?
What will you make us lose this time, Dringoff?
You should have left, Dringoff.
Ulfrost will not forgive you again.
Why, Dringle? Why return?
Dringoff, you were banished, yet you dare return?
We're in danger! Necromancers are trying to kill the barrow bow!
You warn of danger. Dringoff, who leveled nations with his girth. Your restlessness trapped us here in the first place.
There are a vast number of elf bones in the bone orchard. If we all use them together, we can drive out the invader!
Together? Since when have you done anything that wasn't for yourself? Once more you bring danger upon us, then beg for our help to end it. No longer! You'll remain beneath the barrow bow until the world forgets you!
Wait!
We have no quarrel with you, Living One. Indeed, we thank you for your part in awakening us. The invaders in the barrow bow must be stopped. Because we must punish him for his transgressions. The elf bone shell to which he was banished will no longer suit him. We'll return him to the old skull around which the barrow bow first grew. The very skull that surrounds this room. Dringoff's crimes are unforgivable. We once sought a true death in the farthest reaches of the world, but his aimless wanderings led to our imprisonment. Here, we can never die. Perhaps we were too hasty. Very well. Because Dringoff broke his exile only to warn us of so great a threat, we'll allow him to leave us in peace, but only if he aids us in driving out the invaders. Enemies at the inner gate! Come quickly, we'll drive out the worm cult. They'll never make us their slaves.
can't say I'll miss throwing back wave after wave of wormies and their bony minions. But now I have a chance to see the world, meet new and interesting people. Only now I won't accidentally smash everything in my path. Rather embarrassing, that. See the world, I expect. Folks may not take kindly to chattering elf bones, but it's better than stomping everything to jelly, eh? I'm sure I'll see you around. The world's only so big. Bigger now, I expect. Ooh, how exciting! You know, I hadn't thought about it. I usually just pick a direction and start walking. Though sometimes that doesn't work out so well. Take the Sea of Ghosts. Seems like a fun jaunt, yeah? Up north, very north, lots of water. Ice like you wouldn't believe. But the barnacles, oh, do they chafe. Took me a decade rolling around in desert sands to rid myself of those. Oh yes, loved it. Warm, dry, and the sand feels so good on my bones. Unfortunately, the people there aren't big on walking skeletons. Not many are, but there in particular. I was on my best behavior, too. They had no need to react like that. When they saw me coming, they took for the hills, the caves, whatever was available to hide in. By the time I reached a city, it would be completely deserted. Made me terribly lonely. But that was long ago. I should visit, see how things have changed.
That was easy.
He hears voices in his head. Don't worry, they're good people.
Yeah!
That should come in handy. Right behind you, partner.
I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever see you again. Any news? What? Is it my Saurian? Is he all right? It was inevitable. The only person he really loved was himself. It was only a matter of time before one of his true loves objected. I will miss him dearly. I did love him in spite of everything, but I could not change him. Thank you.
This place. What do you think you'll make with that? For glory!
Please enjoy our attractions. I'm terribly sorry they're so limited at the moment. I convinced my performers to come here, to spread high elf culture in these lands. Bring a little piece of Somerset to Grotwood, you see? But the train bugs are sick, our magician supplies are missing, and our storytellers' stories fell flat. None of us know the area well enough to resolve these matters. Now we're a carnival, with nothing but a fortune teller. Huzzah! I'd gladly pay the coin provided by the Somerset Cultural Expansion Council to anyone who would help us put on the show. My performers can best explain their setbacks. Connor is our bug trainer, Norian, our storyteller, and Vindare the Magnificent is, well, she's magnificent. I have to describe her that way. It's in her contract.
This is a great area for harvesting.
Look at them. Limbs so sluggish and carapaces dreadfully dull. When you've raised the shocks since they were pupae, it gnaws at your heart to see them so listless. They're having trouble managing the local grass. So I've put them on an all-hay diet. And the climate. It's more humid than they're used to in Somerset. If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were homesick. When they were younger, I'd grind mud crab eyes into paste and give it to them as a treat. I think it would raise their spirits again. But nobody sells mud crab eyes. And I can't leave my shocks to fade away while I scour the coasts. I would forever be in your debt, my friend. A dozen would be enough to go around if you wouldn't mind. And I won't mind if they're a little mashed when I get them. Saves me some work.
I don't even mind.
Unfamiliar magic is like drinking strange wine. Eventually, there will be a price to pay.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing to say. That is my problem. I literally have nothing to say to these people. All my stories about the amazing deeds of long-dead high elves. The first rule of my profession is to know your audience, and Grotwood is not a place to tell such tales. I plan to seek out wood elf stories in taverns and libraries, but since we arrived, I've heard of countless troubles in Grotwood. The worm cult, pirates, wood elf rebels. It's all the same. I'd rather keep to the safety of the carnival. The Wood Elves rarely write their stories down. But I heard Scholar Glorolin in the Elden Root Mages Guild is the one to ask. If you're headed that way, would you mind asking for a book? It could be written in Old Akaviri for all I care. Anything would...
I hope you didn't travel from far away just to see Vendare the Magnificent. I am not performing at present. My magic cannot function safely in front of a crowd. The, stars are out of alignment. Oh, did she? Did she also tell you how she promised that would make 10 times our normal take by coming to this godforsaken backwater? Did she mention how she said shipping my supplies wouldn't be an issue? The shipping was fine. It's the delivery where it fell apart. My belongings arrived at the docks of Haven without incident. But due to the recent problems in the city, no one has any idea when deliveries will resume. As far as I'm aware, yes. They're in the nicest looking trunk on the dock. I had it touched up by a painter in Matheson, you know. But with the pirate attack, who knows when Haven will be stable enough to deliver their backlog of shipments. I couldn't ask you to lug that heavy monstrosity all the way here. It's triple reinforced steel with an inch-thick lead interior. Discourages my competition from snooping. I just need the supplies inside, if you wouldn't mind, of course.
How'd you like to help? The feral beast ruined everything. I don't know how the Bosmer survive out in the wilderness like this. Like living in a war without purpose. Savages. I was part of a research expedition sent to investigate the ruins of Root Sunder, an Ultima city swallowed by the jungle centuries ago. I took a short leave to retrieve supplies, and when I got back, the ruins were swarming with wild animals. What? No, they're dead. What I need is their journals. Each researcher kept notes on their finds. If I can get the journals to Eldenroot, the expedition isn't a complete waste. But I won't risk going in there. Would be safer running off a cliff. It's surprising to get help from a stranger out here. Thank you. 3 journals should be enough. Knowing the horse and dogs that live out here, I mean that literally, I'm assuming at least one was eaten or defecated on. This city was part of an early colonization attempt. The jungle was infamous for being untamable, but our best minds took that as a challenge. The story goes they built a sprawling metropolis, and then it vanished, never to be seen. Honestly, who knows? Root Sunder has been a ghost story for centuries. There may have never been a real Root Sunder, but this certainly looks like a lost city, and if it will get my name in published papers, I'll swear it's Root Sunder all day.
That should come in handy.
Oh, a Dominion soldier. My friend Feralian has gone missing, and I'm worried he got himself into trouble inside the cave to the north. It's my fault. I was going on and on about a silk dress I saw on a high elf in Elden route the other day. Feralian swore he'd get me the dress. I didn't think he'd venture into a cave full of spiders to do it. I think Feralian hoped to gather their silk to make the dress. Foolish elf. There are stories about a spider the size of a bear and twice as fierce that makes its home there. Oh gods, if something happened to him. Please, look for Feralian in the cave to the north, but be careful. I couldn't bear it if something happened to you.